Hey, it's Steve Barcelo hanging out in the museum, doing a quick little MetaZoo video here. It's basically, I'm really going to be talking more about someone else's video who's been doing a killer job on following up on all the things going along from, as MetaZoo's going along, especially with the bankruptcies and things like that. So I'm talking about Nick Strength and Pokémon. Done another excellent job. He just got an interview, which I missed live. I've been busy with a ton of other stuff here and traveling, with the new owner of MetaZoo, Charlie Hurlocker. So I've heard about this. We saw the paperwork. I was going to do a video a while back, about a week ago or so, and I just hadn't gotten around to it. Like I said, I've been on the road and doing a lot of crazy stuff. And but I was very impressed. I turned on YouTube today, was checking something, and it popped up. I mean, good old YouTube doesn't give you alerts like it should, which is a whole nother issue. But so I watched it. It's almost 2 hours long, an hour and 50 minutes, I believe. And so I had to watch part of it. I was running the museums, pause it and go back, and skipping ahead back again. So it even took longer because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss any of the content there. But overall, the more I listened to what he had to say, that this Charlie guy sounds, he sounds really cool. I'm very happy. I mean, I was getting more and more thrilled to see this person going to be in charge and overseeing it, and his vision of MetaZoo down the road. And he seemed to be fairly knowledgeable MetaZoo. The way I picking up from what he said there, I don't think he knew a lot about it from the very beginning, but a lot of people didn't. I think his knowledge came in. He talked about going to some of the conventions, getting a promo card, not even owning anything at that point, but being impressed with some of the things they did, and obviously learning from the mistakes. But this guy knows his stuff. He's been around, done a lot of stuff. You know, he's been part of a lot of businesses. Yeah, I'm not going to go through this whole thing. You can look him up, and I'm going to put in Nick's tag here. Watch his video. I'm not going to try to steal his thunder. I just want to put something out there. I'm just basically, I'm just so excited about this. It's such a positive thing. But this guy's been in the business a long time, like he says. I mean, I think he was even talking about being in junior high and high school, flipping cards. I mean, this has been his life, his world. He's, really passionate about it, which I can't say about myself. I mean, I got into it late. Mike's the one that brought me into this. I didn't know what a TCG was, so I got into it very late, but I just love the product. I love MetaZoo. And he has that passion. You can see him as he talks, as the more he gets into it, the more animated, the more he's alive. And I think Nick saw that too, because we've all been here for this ride up with MetaZoo, and then watching it slowly go to a death, and then the plug being pulled. And the only thing I think that didn't come up, I wish it would have been asked. They would have talked about the whole the tie-ins at the end, doing things with Hello Kitty, which I just thought was insane, but whatever. I think, they're talking about too, things he mentioned here, that they have money. They have lots of money. They don't have to worry about financials. He says one of the things he mentioned, and he wasn't trying to beat anybody up, that I don't have to sell product to you to wait for that money to come in so I can pay someone to print the stuff. And he's, they have the money to do all these things. The projects they want to do, they're going to do things right. They're going to make sure they get core sets out. I mean, it's not like they really have a good plan. He talked about bringing back some of the original artists. Sounds like they might have already brought some of them back in by what he was going on, which I'm thrilled about, because that's the backbone. If you can see behind me, I've even got some of their art up here. Actually, I took a lot of it down over on this shelf, packed it away for safekeeping. And it's funny, I've been selling stuff. People have been coming to me to get some of the old first edition things. And they actually sent a photo to Mike Waddell about 2 months ago. Maybe it was a little longer. Maybe it was closer to 3. Say, hey, Mike, look, here's some happy customers walking out with some of your product. And he just wrote back, don't sell it all. So I was like, why? Got tons of this stuff. So maybe he had some insight about what was going down. So even for people who are collectors, I think this is a really good thing. I think the original product's going to be more valuable, collectible down the road. I'm not saying instantly, it's going to take a while. But some people are going to think I'm crazy for even saying that. But he's talking about within the year to have product out, and then, concentrating on the main stuff, and then expanding and willing to get into more of the things. He liked the promo cards. I think he kind of made a joke about how MetaZoo had so many promo cards they did. Never did one for our museum, but artwork was done. But anyway, it was just, I was impressed. Let me see a couple of, I'm not gonna, like I said, I don't want to get too much into it. The printing's going to be done in America. I can't even name the company, but it's one of the largest companies here. This way they can control things. He said the benefit of that is, don't worry about someone being printing your stuff, being copyright theft in China, whatever how they're having the issues. Plus shipping's quicker. It's printed here. Nothing's on a slow boat from China. And there's all the other issues that came with it, and being a quality product. So it won't be some of the issues MetaZoo had with some stuff and issues. And you deal with a company that knows what they're doing here, or people that know what they're doing. None of the old management's going to be in, going by what he said. He's got people in place. They know what they're doing. They're professionals. So that's impressive. Like I said, I was thrilled to hear the artists, or some artists, are coming back. He was vague on that. He didn't want to go too much into it. He said he's going to give more and more information out. He gave quite a bit. I mean, like I said, he was on for talking, and he pretty much talked the whole time. And Nick's a talker, and Nick's great. He has some great questions, but this guy he monopolized, I'd say, 85% of the conversation, if not more. But it was great. You got to listen to it. Actually, I'm going to listen to it again when I get a chance. I'm trying to think what else here. New staff, a lot of things coming up. He's big on the cryptics. He loves that stuff. He's talking about getting away from, sound like he's trying to get away from some of this really dark stuff, which I hope he doesn't get away too much, because that's like, I don't know what he means by dark. I mean, I'm a Bigfoot guy. I'm a cryptid guy. I'm a Mothman. I'm wearing a Mothman shirt. I mean, this is my life for the museum. I mean, you can't get away. If you're going to stick with cryptozoology, you can't be too squeaky clean. I mean, some of these creatures supposedly attack people and go after things. You have to do that. You can cut out some of the blood and gore. I understand that. But maybe he's talking about the things that could offend. He talked about other countries, so maybe some of the religious things that go in there, maybe the pentagrams and things of that stuff. I don't know. I don't know what he's getting into, but we'll see. Doesn't matter. If he's going to do what he's going to do, and I'm sure he's doing what's going to be good for the company. But I got to say, after listening to this, I felt good. I felt like, MetaZoo is back. I'm not sure exactly. He's not giving away all the secrets at this point. He said he is planning on doing conventions and things like that again. I'm hoping he comes back and ties back in with some of the museums, like they did with us. We bid on MTV Travel Channel, all that sort of stuff, so we can help promote. I always did that with Mike, just to get more players in, get into a bigger fan base, not just the TCG world, bring other people in who are in this cross connect. Anyway, it's just I'm kind of rambling here. I'm trying to remember everything. I already took down a few notes here. Like I said, I was busy running the place. There's going to be a lot more control. He was big into that. Basically not be as flippant and all over the place. Taking on projects and finishing them. Like he says, right now, it's getting the core sets out, putting out a proper set, and making sure that's done in a timely fashion, but not rushing it either. So basically, I don't want to go on too long. Like I said, I want you to go to Nick's video. It's a long one. If you have to skip ahead and play it back, but I needed to get something out there. Nick's done a phenomenal job, and kudos to him. And I'll tell you, like I said, I think if you're a MetaZoo fan, you're going to be happy. I mean, there's going to be complainers out there. There's complainers about MetaZoo all along the way, but I think this would be good stuff. I think plus if you're sitting on sample cards, black border cards, some of the original signed stuff, Kickstarter, some of the primo things, more rare things, I think you're going to want to sit on that stuff a little while. Don't just dump it. A lot of people are just saying, I'm done, just getting rid of it. So maybe that would be a good time to actually start buying some of the things you might have wanted. Don't spend money you don't have. Don't do anything stupid. But if it's like there's that one card you wanted, that one sample card you might be to still pick up, especially if you can get it graded. I mean, I've got so much stuff. It's amazing. And I got sneakers and watches and, oh my God. I mean, so I don't know if that stuff's going to be worth anything, but I think some of the old cardboard is going to be definitely worth some money. And it's just good collecting. I have full sheets. I mean, just crazy stuff. Anyway, I think it's all good news. So definitely go watch Nick's video. I'm going to actually make sure I click him again. I can't believe I didn't get a reminder. I missed him. It usually starts late at night too, which is not that, I'm usually up. Usually I'm having a beer chatting on his site. But I started squeaking here. That's weird. And my dog's right here on the couch. What the hell? I just heard in the museum. But anyway, that being said, go check out the video. I think this is a really good thing for all us MetaZoo folks. And I'll put another video up as soon as I hear something. Like I said, I don't want to go too crazy because I don't want to steal Nick's thunder. All right. Thanks for watching. Everyone be good to each other. Put in some comments below. I've been trying to do a lot more videos. I'm getting back on the road. I was going to be on the road Monday, but I can't because I have to be in town because I used to be elected official and polls. I got to make sure I vote and show my face and all that. So I'll be on the road Tuesday. But all right, folks, take care. Talk to you soon.